Hi everyone! It is a great day here at Hidden River as the Chromebook carts are now ready to be checked out. We have two of them available for checkout, affectionately named Jeannie and Merlin, after two literary computer characters from 1960s novels. And so here's some information I'm going to pass along to you that the district would like you to know before you start using the Chromebooks with your students. Okay, so let's start with how to check the Chrome carts out. So as we've done all year, I've created two separate calendars, one for each of the Chromebook carts, and these are through Google Calendar, and they have the same appointment slots that you use when you sign out for one of the computer labs. I've created one document, a Google Doc, which has all of the computer labs and their links on it to make it a little easier to find. So I've shared this document with you in Google Drive. So what you will need to do to access it is open up My Drive. Once you're in My Drive, you will see a link right underneath there called Shared with Me. Click on that link, Shared with Me, and this will open up for you everything that has been shared with you in your Google Drive. One of them, which should be close to the top, is called HRMS, Computer Lab Information. And this is the folder which contains the documents that you need to be able to use the computer cart. Once in this folder, you'll notice that the second document has the computer lab calendar links. Once you click on this, it will take you out online so you can sign up to be able to check out the carts. The first link in the shared folder is a document for you to assign students Chromebooks. The district has asked that for each of your periods that you teach, that you assign a student to a Chromebook and that they continue to use that same Chromebook every time they come to your class. To use this form electronically, please right-click on the form and it will give you an option to make a copy. Please click on Make a Copy, and you will want to make copies for each of the classes that you teach that will be using Chromebooks. When you make a copy, notice that you will see a new document in that folder and it will say copy of that Chromebook. Please, in order to change the name of it, if you right-click on that document, you will see an option to rename. Once you click on that, you can name it. Please label it your name as well as first period or fifth period or whatever period that is assigned to. Once you've done that, I will need you to share those electronic documents back to me as I need to have a hard copy of those. Thank you. If you don't want to use the electronic format, a hard copy of this was put in your mailbox today. And so if you just want to fill that out, assigning a student per Chromebook and then return it to me, thanks. Copies of all these forms will be kept in a notebook, and this notebook will be found on the top of each cart. So if you need to refer back to them, they will be there. Okay, also in the notebook is a maintenance log. If something happens to one of the Chromebooks or to the cart, would you please fill out this form that day? And every day afternoon when the Chromebook carts come back to the library, I will check out the forms and I will fill out a tech request form online for any issues that we have. Okay, a couple of logistics. Each day there will be a form on the Chromebook cart which says where the Chromebooks will go throughout the day. Adults are the only ones who can move these carts, so if you would make sure that it gets from you to the next person in line, that would be really awesome. All right, and as far as trying to have less movement up and down the elevator, let's say that since first floor is earlier in the alphabet, let's assign Jeannie to the first floor and Merlin to the second floor. And this is only if you can start by looking at the Chrome cart assigned to your floor. If it's not available and the other one is, that's great. You can sign up for it. But let's just say initially, if you can stick to trying to sign up for Jeannie on the first floor and Merlin on the second floor, that might be really helpful so that we aren't up and down the elevators all day long. Please have students return the Chromebook to its assigned number slot when they're finished. The cords and cables are also labeled, so if they could get in the habit of plugging those back in when they return it, that would be really helpful. To put the Chromebook back in the cart the right way, if the student will make sure that the number is facing up and away from the door, that's going to help them to find the plug-in, which will be located now at the bottom. The Chromebooks have a 9 to 12 hour battery life, and so you shouldn't have to plug them in while they're in your classroom. I think we can get by with plugging them in the library each night, and they'll be charged and ready to go the next day. Okay, let's move on to the Chromebook. In the bottom left corner, you'll see the word apps. If a student clicks on that, it will give them an option to take this Smarter Balanced. It will also give them an option for the STAR test, and they don't have to log in. It will give them a direct link to those tests. Students do not need to shut down the Chromebooks. They can just go right back into the slot when they're finished. Once a student has been assigned a Chromebook, they're going to go ahead and add a person from the bottom left-hand corner. This will bring up a box for the student to sign in with their Google email account. At school here, it is the student's username minus the MPS at school.monroe.wednet.edu. Once they've typed that in, they're going to be asked to select an icon to represent them on the opening screen. You can choose to let them also take a picture. Notice in the top left-hand corner, there's a picture icon. They can click on that and it will access the camera, and they can take a picture of themselves. And then when they first open up the Chromebook to sign in, there will be a picture of them on there. If you do that, you just might want to talk to them about what your limits are for the goofy factor. The nice thing about students being assigned a specific Chromebook is that when they open up the Chromebook, they can quickly go and find their name. And once they click on that, they only have to put the password in. They don't have to put in their email every single time that they use the Chromebook. I'm not sure how many students will fit on this opening page, so I guess that's to be determined. If you do find that you have a student on there who changes Chromebooks or moves or something and you want to delete that person, right at their icon in the top right corner is a drop-down arrow. Click on that, click remove this person, and then their icon will be removed from the screen of that Chromebook. In your mailboxes today was 2 pieces of paper that were student guidelines for Chromebook use. Would you please go over these with your classes prior to the first time you use the Chromebooks? And then there's just a spot at the bottom for your name. If you could return that form to me, that way I can keep track of it for the district to ensure them that we've gone over the do's and the don'ts for student use of Chromebooks with all the kids. They may receive this message a couple times, depending how many classes they have that are using the Chromebooks, but I think it just states a message that our expectations remain the same from class to class with the use of these. So thank you in advance for doing that. So in quick review, you will sign up to use the Chromebook carts online. I'll attach the video link to how to use that if you've forgotten. Please be sure and assign each student a Chromebook that they will use every time that they're in your class using either one of the Chromebook carts. G comes first in the alphabet, so first floor, start by looking at Genie first before moving on to the Merlin cart, and second floor, start with Merlin before moving to the Genie cart. Please make sure and write down any tech issues in the maintenance log, and let's start doing some magic with these in the classroom.